What is going on, everybody? I just wanted to take a moment to notify you guys that live stream ability has returned. So thank God for that. Google/YouTube chose to just ignore my appeal for the entire 3 months. So here we are. But it's midnight. Well, it's 1 now, but at midnight it was officially lifted and I can live stream again. So figured I'd step in and see how many people are going to be up. And we already got 19 people. That's not too bad. Hoonigan did just upload. I'm going to have to check that out as well. But I was so excited that I could actually live stream again that I wasn't going to miss the chance. So, you know, 32 people. Alright, not bad. You're a faggot. Fuck you. It's good to be back, dude. Good to be back with the live streams. Stopped watching Hoonigan to come watch me. Here's your envelope boosted buckets guy. It's getting sent out tomorrow, along with all the stickers from the sale, the 40% off sale. And I actually a lot of people have asked how I make stickers. So in the video I'm uploading tomorrow, I go over how bad the damage was to the Volvo from hitting that wall, because it was a lot harder of a hit than the video made it look, and it was dumbed down a little bit. Like it was a little bit harder to hit than the video made it look, I'll tell you that much. So but yeah, so I made a video about that, but I also got some really cool shots of making stickers, because a lot of people have wanted to know how I do it. And if there's any OG Ricer Miata fans in here, you've already seen how I do it, because he actually used the exact same vinyl plotter I have. Am I still getting an Audi? Probably not. Actually, I really want to get something 2002 or newer, because they just lowered the year required for Uber, and my driving record is clean enough to drive for Uber, which would be pretty sick, because that's another thing I could do on my own time to make some more money and get some more stuff done. But yeah, get a Civic. Yeah. What did I do to get banned from live streaming? So I uploaded a video. Yeah, that was my first time on a track ever. Like, not just drifting, that was my first time ever driving a car on a racetrack. So I feel like I didn't do too bad. I definitely could have done better, but it's going to take some time. And actually, Dennis, the guy who drifts the Toyota Previa, the minivan, he is a really cool dude, and said he'd be down to give me some pointers for the next event. It'd be really cool. I'm hoping he'll hop in, ride along with me, and try and give me some insight. But yeah, so what I did to get banned from live streaming, I uploaded a video that rendered improperly, so it was just like 15 seconds of black screen, and then I changed the title to "Don't You Dare Watch This." I meant to put it on private, but I didn't put it on private. So because of that title and the fact the video was 12 seconds long or whatever, and was monetized because all my my upload presets are monetized, they flagged it as spam, gave me a community guidelines strike. I appealed it, and I was told it would take about 3 weeks to get an appeal response. And here we are 3 months later, when they haven't even opened the appeal case. But it is what it is at this point. Doesn't matter, because here we are, live streaming. But yeah, I figured I'd do a live stream, say what's up, and see if anyone had any questions about the Volvo or drifting or what's going on, what my plans are and stuff like that. I don't want to give away too much about what I might buy instead of an Audi. It'd honestly be nice to put that money towards a car I could buy, knowing I could resell it. Brock, I told Brock he could have the Honda, and he wasn't super stoked on it. So my new tires are coming tomorrow, and I might put up the Honda for trade and see if anyone has anything cool. That way Brock and I can both pick something that he knows eventually he'll be driving, something he actually wants to drive. Because the Accord, I mean, it's a good daily driver, but that's really about it. I'm the reason you got a 940. Hell yeah, dude. Volvos are where it's at. Sun Valley Road Rally, we will be there. We're having a fan meetup. I mean, it's not very well planned. It's just we're going to be at Lefty's Bar and Grill at 9 p.m. Friday night. So if you guys want to come kick it, have a couple beers with us or whatever. What's up with the VW build? Still trying to find pistons. So I've discovered recently that 9A pistons are the hardest thing to find in the world. Because the only companies that still make pistons like brand new, they're all 4s, like Wiseco and shit like that. So there's $600-700 for 4 pistons, which you guys know I do not have to just dump on pistons at the moment. Maybe someday, but forged internals are kind of just not a necessity with that car. A lot of people want me to bore it, stroke it, or do whatever, and I don't know. I just want to leave the bottom end stock. The cams that are in it are going to be plenty for that car. Like I said, there's people I know with setups similar to that, 268, 272 cam set with cam gear who are mega squirted. With a good tune, they're making 200 plus, which is more than enough for a car that weighs under 2,000 pounds. Who sponsored us? It was FCPEuro.com. Very cool company. They got this crazy awesome warranty, and I mean, it's not like it's gonna be a secret because I'm about to tell you, but I've been planning for a long time to do a giveaway car. Like I announced a long time ago for 100,000 subs, but I really want to do it sooner, and I'll just get that whole "you're copying Hacker Garage" thing again. But I'd actually be copying Sloppy Mechanics because I've been planning this for a while, but I've been pretty common. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. Pretty consistent advocate, supporter of the St. Baldrick's Foundation, and I want to build a car, raffle it off, but we aren't going to take the money from it. We're not going to profit off it at all. We're going to take all the money we get from raffling it off and donate it to St. Baldrick's, which is kind of a plan I've had for a long time. I want to do an S13 initially, but just because it's an S13 and everyone would want it and it'd be easy, we'd make quite a bit of money for the charity. But with how awesome FCP Euro is and how great they've been with me and Ross, I've really been considering like an E36 because those are plentiful. You can get them for dirt. Let me see if I can go back. Can you make another funny Craigslist ads? Yep, that is going to happen pretty soon. You guys hit me with a ton of them. I've got like 60 in my inbox right now, so there's probably going to be several of those videos. More Skids is in Washington. Yes. What's up with the 5.0 swap? Not doing it anymore. It's getting an LS. I'll trade you my Turbo 99 GMC Safari. Trade me for what? The Honda? How is Brennan and where is he at and the military guy doing? Brennan actually just drove to military guy in Kansas. He brought him his F-150 somehow. That pile made it there, which is kind of miraculous. Do I still have the Turbo Accord? I don't. I got rid of that a long time ago. In a cool way though, actually, because I mean I paid $240 for it. Then we boosted it. I blew the engine up, took all the stuff I wanted off of it, not only the turbo stuff, but the stereo and like a couple other things, and I put it up and I was like, hey, this thing's going to the junkyard tomorrow. If anyone wants parts, let me know. I'll pull them off for you. And this guy was like, oh, I want the whole car. So we came and bought the car for $160, and then 3 days later tried to sell it for $500. And he was like, I threw a rod. And I was like, well, there's kind of a video with like 150,000 views that says otherwise, but the LS swap is coming as soon as it can. Ross needs a transmission. We're probably going to go with the CD009 because it's a hell of a lot cheaper than a T56. Will my channel ever have motorcycles on it? I do. I want like an old like Honda Nighthawk 750 or like a 70s CB1000. Those are pretty sick. So yeah, I'd like to get into motorcycles. I actually have a pretty decent opportunity too, but that's being worked out. I think I have to ship to you from Arizona. Let's see, I'm a little confused what's going on here. I'll trade you. Okay, is this the same guy? Has branded brakes, fresh oil, and coolant. What mods, as in performance, not maintenance? On what? I forgot who you were already. I'm sorry. Ross is not my dad. I'm not going to text him because he's asleep. Oh, for your Miata? I'd say the best performance mod you could do is sell it and buy a turbo Volvo. That's a pretty good option. But if you're going to stick with the Miata, I would do it right. Do a proper... So the nice thing about Miatas is that DIY Auto-Tune makes a plug-and-play, which is crazy cool. And so you just plug it in. You have to put an IAT sensor in the intake system and a vacuum line. That's it. And it's all map based, so you can delete the MAF and you put a nice turbo on it. No, it's not map based plug and play. I think it still uses the MAF. I'll have to see. But my friend Garrett with the white turbo Miata, his is mega squirted, and we're actually going to be doing a review of it here soon. You guys, if you haven't seen that review when I did the Speed 3, you'll know that I was going to. And then his coolant hose, the exhaust manifold, melted a big hole in it, so that was pretty cool. Is the turbo really worth it with the mega squirt and going all in? Absolutely. Boost is probably the best thing. How does the 10mm t-shirt fit? The sizes are pretty true. All of my t-shirts I've gotten from Teespring. I've got my Jasmine one, I got one of the Steezy ones, I got, let's see, what else do I have? I have another one, I know I do. I can't remember what else. No, the Steezy one I got in Las Vegas. Damn it, what shirt did I get? Oh, the Boost Junkie one. Those ones, like, they're comfortable and pretty nice. What's on the wall behind me? Nothing, actually. Stock internals with metal gasket and ARP studs. Could I get 300 wheel? That's up there. My buddy's is like a full forged bottom end, and he's making like 240 wheel. 1981 Honda CB750. That's a cool bike. I do not eat corn the long way. Jake does. What got me into Volvos? Okay, so when I was in high school, there was a kid there that had a Volvo 240, and I was like, that thing's ugly. Like, I don't know why people drive those. And then someone was like, they're rear-wheel drive. I was like, oh, I want one of those. So I was looking up, you could get them for cheap. So when we were boosting the first Honda, I bought a Subaru Legacy station wagon that had an all-wheel drive hatch on it. Got it home to change the oil, jacked it up, noticed it was front-wheel drive. So I immediately was like, well, I don't want this. I don't want a boxer-powered Honda. So I sold the wagon, and the same day that I sold the wagon, I found a Volvo 240 on Craigslist in Pendleton, Oregon. And my friend happened to live in Pendleton, Oregon, and I happened to have money, so we hopped in Justin's mom's Juke and immediately went and picked it up. That car was cool. If you guys have been around long enough, you know the story. I had it for 5 days, spun a rod bearing, metal from the rod bearing, got up to the top of the engine, locked the cam up, completely trashed the engine. Went and bought a red block from a dude on Craigslist who I now know as my friend Josh, who has the Turbo LS swapped lifted wagon. Miss the Ricer Honda builds. To be honest with you, I don't. Like, they were fun, but I don't know. It was kind of a like what could I do that we didn't do already? You know what I mean? Like, if we just did it all again, we'd just be repeating it again, and that's not really fun sounding to me. The Ricer Honda I'm forever grateful for, because that is what boosted my YouTube channel enough to get to the point where I could sort of afford to do the things that I want to do. And I mean, obviously without that, you guys wouldn't be here. But a lot of people dipped out when we started doing Volvos, but to say that it's been unsuccessful is pretty wrong, because the end of the Honda build I had around 20,000 subscribers, and it's still been consistently growing since we started doing the Volvo builds. And a lot of people talk shit, but it's mostly just like hardcore Hager Garage fanboys. Actually, on the Hager Garage subreddit, when I changed the channel name to Hager Garage West for April Fool's Day, which was cleared with Orion, by the way. I talked to him about it before I did it, and he's down. He knows I like to piss people off, so someone was commenting about how they used to like my channel, but now we do shitty Volvo stuff, and how we just rip off Hager Garage, and we do things because we think Hager Garage is cool and shit like that, which was funny to me. And they're like, oh, they're just hacks. I'm over here like building a full standalone harness for my car and actually making good power now. And do I love Volvos enough to jerk Ross off inside of one? Probably not. Is there any Volvos I don't like? 850s, not a fan. 7.3 van and truck, but still haul shit with the dude, I want a 7.3. What I really want is a 7.3 Excursion, because I love my parents' Excursion, but terrible fuel economy. That V10 is gutless. It's kind of a pathetic thing. I want a 7.3 Excursion. I really want a 7.3 F250 that's the same body style as my current F250, which someone just asked about. It's actually sitting out front. Starter is blown, unfortunately. I thought about a turbo 95 Camaro. 95? Is that still the, not the F body, but the 3rd gen, right? The like IROC Z body style. Will you ever meet up with Colton from Drifts and Lifts? Stay tuned. 7.3s are gutless stock too. Yeah, but they're a hell of a lot better on gas. My buddies at 7.3, when they towed stuff with it, they were still getting like 18, 19 on the highway, like towing a big trailer. So our average fuel economy from Twin Falls and back towing the Volvo to the drift event was 10. I do like the S70 T5 or S60. It'd be S60 or V70, but either way I like them, especially the R's. Dual cool hat flip. Ready? I messed up. Go Cummins if you go diesel. I do like Cummins, especially after riding in Justin or Brennan's dad's 2016 2500. Like, that is a nice ride. What is a clean and rust-free 81 Vivo 242 worth? Quite a bit, honestly. Like, 242s are getting up there now, and that kind of bums me out, because I want a 79 242, because they made a beige color in Volvos in 79. I mean, obviously it's a Volvo, they had to have an ugly old lady color, but a lot of you guys know the Rabbit. I'm going to get it painted the original factory color, which is Mexico beige. So if I could find a 79 242 that's a 2-door with the round headlights in the same color, God, that would be fantastic. I'm going to be that person, but I mean, we have 51 viewers, only 17 likes, so if you guys could hit up that like button, that'd be really swell. Would I be down to do some tandems with your Miata? Give me a little time to practice, because I will hit you. Shout out to your son, Trenton. He's 5 and loves watching your channel. What's up, Trenton? What is that brown stain on the wall behind you? I'm not seeing a brown stain. I'm not quite sure what you guys are talking about. Damn, that like jump was intense. Thanks, people. Dude, you should buy the 242. The only thing about older 242s is they come with CIS, which is like the entire reason I'm mega squaring the Rabbit, because mechanical injection, Bosch K-Jet, it sucks. It's terrible. Would I like to hang out with Boosted Boys? Sure, yeah, I actually tried to hit them up one time, but never got an answer. This was before their channel was real big. I think they had probably 60,000. Would I ever consider doing it for Dale? Hell yeah, brother. Just because he quoted my Honda video, though. What am I recording on? My Galaxy S7 Edge. Someone asked for an update on the live stream. Basically, I've just been sitting here answering questions. Hey, look, I'm finding an 8086 or a Sylvia D12. Haven't been looking for a Sylvia really, but always got my eyes peeled for an 86. But the prices people want for them are just astronomical. So I'll probably, honestly, never end up with one of those unless the hype kind of dies down. Did you buy an Australian Ford or Holden? A Ford Falcon Ute would be pretty sick. How soon will the Rabbit be done? That's anyone's guess, really. Like I said, I'm still trying to find pistons. They're real hard to find. I don't want to put forged ones in it because they're hella expensive. And just, I can get good 9/8 pistons, I've been told, for like a set of 4 for $100 or something like that. I would definitely like to have the Rabbit done by the Leavenworth Drive of next year. That's like the ultimate endgame worst case scenario goal, but I would really like to have it done within the next couple of months. I want to be able to drive it a little bit before winter hits. 3,500 for that 242. That's up there. Goal for horsepower in the Rabbit, 180 to 200 crank. How was drifting on track with cut springs? Not bad. Honestly, the body roll is not my concern. And I know a lot of people commented that the body roll was kind of a problem. But I've seen enough drifts in those videos to know that it was definitely all me and really had nothing to do with the car. The car's set up fine. It's got plenty of power to do it. I just don't know what I'm doing. Which, yeah, it'll come in due time. Did you have an issue falling out of boost on the drift track? So I did, but only because I was going so slow. Because with the new turbo on, we're spooling about 3,800, but I was going that first corner at like 20 to 25 miles an hour. So when I was clutch kicking it, it was really only still revving up to like 4-ish. So when I had the clutch back out, I was at like 3,000, so it was only probably 5-6 pounds. So if I just, once I get the nerve up a little bit better, enter it a little bit faster, it's not going to be a problem at all. The boost will be fine. How many times did it take me to link the 2 corners? Too many. I can't even count. I was pretty happy when I did though, and then like immediately heartbroken when that tire shredded. I was so bummed. I was like, man, I can go hard, and then the bounce is not bad in the Volvo at all, and a lot of that body roll is going to go away when I put my sways on it, because I have some beefy ass IPD sway bars for the front and rear. Do I still daily the Accord? I haven't been for the past few days, because a couple nights ago I was driving on the freeway at 70 and one of the tires exploded. And all those tires are really terrible, but I ordered some new ones, so they'll be here tomorrow. I am surprised I didn't break the Volvo, to be honest. I was beyond pumped that it got on the trailer at the end of the day under its out power. If you get 100,000 subs, 100,000 or a million? Yeah, that's 100,000. You have to buy a Holden Maloo. Yeah. How did you feel when Carthrell shared your video? I sent it to him, so I was pretty happy. I don't want to sound like a conceited ass, but I was pretty sure it was gonna go pretty big. Nowhere near as big as it went. I was like, oh, this will get 1 million views, no problem. But now it's at like 19.3 million, and it's the most watched video Carthrell has ever posted. And it's even bigger than the 2 videos behind it are hand building VR38 DETT, a GTR engine, and the other one is a Mercedes AMG engine. So I'm pretty excited that I'm more entertaining than a GTR or like a fucking C-Class AMG. How bad is the MPG and the Excursion? Pretty bad. We got about 9 or 10 or something like that. Towing with it, I should say. I'm gonna move the camera a little bit because phone's dying. Haggard copied my purple color. Get a Grom. See, if I was gonna buy a motorcycle that required me to have a motorcycle endorsement, I wouldn't buy a Grom. I'd buy an old bike. You ever stance the Accord? You probably weren't in here a second ago, but I'm trying to get rid of the Accord. Brock, like, he was grateful that I'm willing to give it to him, but I told him we could clean it up, put it up for trade, and see if anything comes up that he's more interested in. And I really want something with air conditioning, because not even the driver window, when you roll it down in the Accord, it comes off track, so you can't roll it up very easily. Red block or JZ, you decide yet. I mean, JZ, if the opportunity comes up, if I get the funding for it, I would love a 1 JZ VVTi, the CD009. Oh yeah, the Neil's Civic. Yeah, that was a good video. Get a sweet motorcycle, 4-wheel drive and AC. We'll work on that. I'm surprised there's this many people in here right now. What do you think of Nissan Z cars? I like them a lot, but I prefer Infiniti Gs. Which, I mean, it's the same thing, just a little fancier. Do I vape? I vape when people who are around me vaping are vaping, yes, but I don't own any vape stuff. Remember when you used to I used to jack the car up before breaking lug nuts loose? Yeah, I still do that occasionally. Would I ever own a 200 SX? An S12 rear-wheel drive one? Yes, but like the front-wheel drive nonsense one? Nope. I want to mega squirt my 280ZX. What do you recommend? Yeah, do an MS2 V3.0. It's about the cheapest way you can get away with it. It's really nice. You can do the full setup with your wideband for probably under 600. You drink brews? I do. What video got on Car Throttle? The one of me driving my Honda Accord around talking about how great Hondas are. But also, I had a Volvo video. I think 2 Volvo videos actually. More Craigslist ads. Yep, we'll do that. I don't know if you can mail beer, but the P.O. box is always in the description of the videos. I can put it in the description of this after we finish with the live stream. If you really want to try. Do you drift shopping carts still? Well, we don't have an IKEA in Boise. So, like, it's a little bit harder with the ones that don't have caster wheels in the back. I don't really like Volvo 850s. How do you learn to tune cars? I don't know how to. That's kind of a misconception, is, like, I put it together, I auto-tuned it, and then the next video was running really good because I didn't want to try and film the process. But there's a dude who does over-the-air tuning, and I was not worried about it because he's tuned several 600 or 700 wheel horsepower Volvos over the air. He's got a turbo LS1 Volvo that's almost 800 wheel or something just absolutely astronomical. So I was just sending him log files, get on the freeway, punch it through third. He changed the acceleration enrichment and the ignition and the advance and all that stuff. Do we have Pacifico brand beer? Not that I'm aware of. I'll give your buddy James a shout out right now. What up? 28 minutes in. Keep that in mind. Have you considered getting an E30? Yes. Many, many times over. That was actually my first step in substitution for the Audi A4. Is I really, really want a 325 IS E30. Love those cars so very much. I want them really bad. I'm trying to convince Ross to buy one and put the 5.0 in it because no one has really been interested in buying the 5.0 yet. So he's like, well, maybe we should just put that in a different car. And I was like, well, like, there's companies that make E30 swap kits for these engines, so carbureted 5.0 and an E30. E21s I like, but they are Bosch K-Jet, and I try to avoid it like the plague. The only exception really is Volkswagens because I'm obsessed with those. Yeah, I saw that the Cam got the 5.0, which, like, it's gonna be cool still for sure, but Ross going to the LS I think was definitely the smarter move. K-Jet does backfire on decel, but also so does my Volvo, and that's Mega Squirt. I bet the Rabbit will too, and that's getting K-Jets going out the window because it's terrible. Do I actually like Hondas? I don't mind them, I just don't like the people who like Hondas. There's a lot of really annoying people. I'm a huge fan for Just Up the Road. What's up, man? You should come to the Sun Valley Road Rally. Come to our meet. It's going to be fun. Do you watch my channel? I do not know who you are, MNR Tuning. I apologize. Get a voxel. That's not easy in the US. My buddy had a Saturn Astra, and it was funny because like the voxel Astra was almost the exact same car, but it had more power. Thoughts on superchargers? I like them. Actually, there's like this design for a like CVT based supercharger. Like that looks absolutely ridiculous. Holden Gemini, trade you a CB 750 for the 5.0. Ross actually might be interested in that. Ross wants a bike too. A6 1998. I just don't like the rear end of C5s. The A6s, I just the round rear end. I like them if they had a 2.7 twin turbo, even though that engine's garbage, but it's awesome at the same time. Civic Si, how's the house situation? Still not fantastic. Like, we've applied for quite a few, and we're just a peace out, big smoke guy. Yeah, there's just a lot of houses, and like, you know, we're trying to look for a house, not an apartment or like a fucking duplex or anything. We want an actual house, so it's pretty hard to come across one where they'll prefer to rent it to 3 21-year-old dudes over a family. But yeah, it's kind of a bummer, but we're working on it. We'll get it situated eventually. We're like not in a huge rush, but we do have the money already saved, so as soon as someone will give us the opportunity. Most unusual JDM car you would like to import? Well, now everyone's going to think I'm copying Tommy, but if you go way back, you'll find that I've wanted a Pulsar GTIR for a long time. I'm moving in with Brennan and Tyler, which Tyler, Greg, Steven is the guy who rides the FZ09, and he always comes on road trips, and that's the only time you ever see him, is because he works like 60 hours a week, so the only time he can hang out is when he gets time off to go on a road trip with us. I don't have a job per se, so I make stickers. I have a vinyl company, and while I do sell primarily online, I do also get some like contracted work, like not really recently, a couple months ago, I had a guy, I made him all the like DOT stickers for his trucking business,